Hello, my lovely friends. So welcome to your another yoga session with me, and today we're going to practice nice and gentle session for releasing the tightness around the back and the lower back and the hips. And this lesson is going to be very gentle and suitable for pregnant ladies. So if you have pregnant friends, so please feel free to tag them in, share it, or invite them into this our group to practice with us. Okay, I'm going to give you a few minutes, and I would like to just share with you what you need today for yoga class. So you might have at home yoga mat. So I have my yoga mat, but don't worry if you don't have your yoga mat. You can just practice on the carpet, or just find some exercise mat also will do. So we have yoga mat or the carpet, we have blanket, very useful blanket for the knees, because we're going to spend some time in the posture standing on the knees, and if your knees very sensitive, so you definitely need a blanket. And then if you have a yoga block, so this is my yoga block, please do grab the yoga block, prepare the yoga block, or this is yoga brick. So I have a couple of bricks here to show you what to do with them if you have them. Don't worry if you don't have yoga bricks. You might have cushions from the sofa. Just take a couple of cushions from the sofa, and that would be great for you to use it later for relaxation. And also, so this is my favorite yoga prop. This is the bolster. So, and please don't worry if you don't have a bolster at home. You just have to take a blanket and roll it and make this shape. So, don't worry about it at all. So I'm going to show you all the variations of what to do for relaxation, but this is great for relaxation. Okay, so this is for later. Okay, Lulu's ready. Yeah, Lulu's loves spending time with me near the fireplace. Okay, so as usual, when I start classes, when I start any yoga session, I like to sit and do a little bit of breathing exercise, few deep breaths, just to calm the mind, to bring awareness inwards into the body. Okay, so let's start. So if you would like to grab a yoga block or blanket, fold the blanket, and we're going to sit on it. So I have my yoga block here, or I have my blanket. Sometimes I sit on a blanket. So we just sit comfortably, and I think my fire is very hot. I'm going to just make it a little smaller, so I'm not baking hot here. Okay, great. Okay, so let's start. Sit and breathe. So deep breathing is very useful. So we know that we can calm the mind when we breathe deeply. We know that we can bring more oxygen into the body, into every cell of the body. That's very important, healing and anti-inflammatory oxygen. So let's just sit comfortably with the knees lower than the hips. So if your knees higher than the hips, you definitely need to sit on extra support. So I'm sitting on my block, or sometimes I add block and a blanket to become a little bit higher and more comfortable, at ease with my seat. So please do adjust. Sit on the block, blanket, brick. The bolster is great to sit on. And let's lengthen from the base of the spine upwards, from the hips to your armpits. Lift your arms, take your shoulders back, and just relax. Shoulder blades flat on your upper back, hands somewhere on your thighs, perhaps thumb and finger connected. Your chin level, back of the head moving slightly back to elongate your neck. Close your eyes and notice your breath. Deepen your breath. We use deep breath to calm the mind, to calm the nervous system. Deep breath helps us to focus, and we bring more oxygen, more nourishment to every cell of the body. Keep your breath deep and flowing. At the same time, enjoyable. Big expansive inhalation, expand in all directions, And as you exhale, draw your tummy muscles in, exhale fully. And again, inhale, focus on the rib cage. Rib cage can expand in all directions, to the sides, to the front, to the back. And as you exhale, just gently draw your tummy muscles in, exhale fully. Keeping your breath deep, flowing, enjoyable. Just remind yourself about your intention. We all have intentions. Your intention can be very small or very big. Your intention can be just for this yoga class, or for a day, for a few days ahead. And if you are in doubt, ask yourself, how are you committed to yourself? How are you committed to your health? And find the inspiration in your answer. Breath is deep and flowing, and we try to keep deep breathing through the whole practice. Well done. On your next inhale, open your eyes, relax your arms, and relax your legs. Let's just stretch legs to the front and just give your legs a little shake. Just relax, relax, relax your legs. And then come on your all fours. We start to warm up the back, hips, and also the shoulders. So for that, if your knees sensitive, please do grab the blanket. So this is my blanket. Place the blanket under your knees. We're going to stay for a little while on the knees, so you want to be very comfortable. So blanket for the knees. I'm just going to move my props to the side. Okay, and you come on your all fours. So you have your hands beneath your shoulders, knees directly beneath the hips, toes under. As you inhale, let's lengthen, moving your arms forward, and you will move the hips back at the same time to lengthen through the sides. So give yourself more length through the sides of the body, and then soften between your shoulder blades. Inhale and look up and lift your tailbone. And as you exhale, chin to your chest, you round. Exhale fully. Inhale, abdomen down. Lift your heart between your arms, lift your tailbone. And again, exhale and round. Nice and easy movement, gentle movement. Inhale, lifting the tailbone, lifting your heart, look up, and so on. Nice and easy, gentle. Breath is deep and flowing. On the inhalation, you look up. On the exhalation, you round. Okay. Let's do twice more. Again, inhale, look up. Exhale and round. Inhale, look up. Exhale and round. Well done. Now bring your back parallel to the floor in neutral position. Flatten your feet, big toes touching, and you take your knees wide, sitting back towards your heels. This is called the child pose, sitting back as far as you can, watching obviously all the physical sensations. If your knees too tight, maybe you don't need to go very far. So, but you want to move the hips as close as possible to your heels. And then hands, maybe beneath your foreheads, nice and easy, or if you need more space, make fists. Fists, or maybe you want to rest your forehead on the floor, and then do it so, and relax. So relax for a moment. I like placing my hands beneath my forehead. So just take a moment, push the hips back as far as you can, nice and easy stretch, passive stretch. One of the restorative postures. So you're taking your knees wider than the hips, as wide as comfortably you can go. And just relax there for a moment. Deep breath. On your next inhale, lift your head and again come back on your all fours. Come back on your all fours, toes under, your knees directly beneath the hips. Okay, well done. And we start rolling. So we start to roll the hips. This direction, one direction, few times, and then another direction. At the same time, I want you to relax your shoulders. So just rolling the shoulders, rolling the hips. So we start to create a little bit more movements. Okay, Gentle stretch for the hips, for the lower back, and then change direction. Roll your hips the other direction, loosen up your shoulders as well. Nice and easy, pleasant movements, don't work very hard. So this is just a gentle session to release tightness around the hips and the lower back. Okay, and then come back to the middle. Look at your hands. We're going to do lower leg lunges. So look at your left hand, move your left hand beneath your face and step forward with your left hand. Left foot forward, outside of your left hand. At this moment, if you feel, okay, that's a bit too much, I don't have much space, grab the block or the brick, okay? Or maybe something that's very similar and hold that block. Just gives you a little bit more lift and more space for the hips and the lower back. And take a moment. What I want you to do now, squeeze the legs towards the midline. Imagine midline of your body. You draw your feet and your shins towards the midline and your hips towards the middle of the pelvis. So we're going to squeeze the hips towards the middle of the pelvis. Take a moment here, holding the block or just holding the floor like so with your finger pads. Remember the cat and the cow stretch? So this is what we're going to do now, just with one leg. So moving the hips back, trying to lift the tailbone and lifting the heart. So this is when you do the cow stretch. And then like you do the cat stretch, tailbone between the sitting bones, you draw the tummy muscles in and you move your front hip forward just a little bit more. So this is where you're creating more space for the hips. And again, moving the hips back, trying to lift the tailbone and your heart. Exhale, lengthening the tailbone, like you do the cat stretch and moving the front hip forward. And then I want you to soften between your shoulder blades, soften, relax your neck, soften. Maybe bend your elbows back. We do it again. Again, on your finger pads, we're holding the block, move the hips back, lift your tailbone, lift your heart. Exhale, tailbone between the sitting bones, and again, moving the front hip forward. And again, softening between the shoulder blades, relaxing the neck. Okay, just going a little lower, but don't worry, you just do what you can, you don't have to go very low. Okay, lovely. And then come back, again, hands beneath your face, step back on all fours. And again, we're going to roll in. So that was a lovely stretch. Now we're going to just release. Release and compare your sides, how you feel. So we start to move a little bit deeper into the stretches around the hips and the lower back, rolling, clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, and again just soften your shoulders, relax. Okay, this is like a dance in yoga. So stretching gently. Well done. Now we're going to change legs. So right hand beneath your face, step forward with your right foot forward, outside of your right hand. Okay, grab the block again if you need more space for the hips. Check your knee above your ankle, squeeze the legs towards the midline. Okay, squeeze the hips towards the middle of the pelvis. Okay, remember the cow stretch. We're going to move the hips back and you do the cow stretch, lifting the tailbone and your chest. And like in the cat stretch, tailbone between the sitting bones, moving the front hip forward, just going a little lower. Okay, maybe you can move the block forward, soften between your shoulder blades, relax your neck. And again, inhale, moving the hips back, go on your finger pads or hold the block. Exhale, tailbone between the sitting bones, moving the front hip forward. Okay, and again, softening between the shoulder blades, relax your neck, your breath. Well done. Once more, hands beneath your face. Move the hips back, the cow stretch. We're trying to do the cow stretch with one leg. Exhale, the cat stretch, tailbone. Moving the front hip forward, softening between the shoulder blades, relaxing your neck and your breath. And again, move your hands beneath your face. Step back on all fours again, rolling, releasing the tension. Okay, and again, checking how you feel, how's your hips doing, how's your back. Okay, lovely, gentle stretch. Roll in one direction, then another direction. Okay, well done. and then come back to the middle. We're going to come up to down facing dog. Just watch me for a moment if you're not sure how down facing dog looks like. So this is how we're going to do. We're going to push the hips high, squeeze in the shoulders. We're going to spot walk a few times, bending the right knee, then the left. Okay. Please don't worry to do everything. If this is too much, just watch me for a second. So if you're happy to come to down facing dog, then you're going to lift your knees off the floor, push the hips high, squeeze your arms, squeeze your shoulders, and spot walk a few times. So let's do this a few times, if that's okay. Alternatively, I'm going to show you how to do it. Okay, so it's staying down facing dog, or alternatively, you come up on your feet, okay, and you find a chair or find a table, and you rest your hands there, and you do this down facing dog. Okay, and you can bend one knee and another knee. So this is alternatively if you can't stand on your hands. Okay. Okay, so, and if you're here in down facing dog still spot walking, so come up on your tiptoes, look between your hands, bend your knees, and you're going to walk in. Walk towards your hands into your forward bend. Okay, keep your knees bent forward, look at your feet and take your feet as wide as your hips or a little wider. Pregnant ladies, take your feet wider than the hips. Now squeeze the legs towards each other, keep your knees bent. Take one hand at the back of the pelvis and check in back of the pelvis, tipping forward, not back. If your pelvis tipping back, you just have to bend your knees a little bit more forward. Bend your knees, tip the pelvis forward, squeeze the legs, take your hands to the hips, lift your elbows, shoulders, lift your chin, squeeze the legs and come up. Slower, inhale. And then relax your arms, relax your shoulders. Well done. Relax your legs, give your legs a little shake. Relax, relax, relax. Well done. So now we're all going to find the chair, find the table, and we're going to rest the hands there. And we're going to do down facing dog variation. So this would be very nice for, especially for pregnant ladies or for everyone actually. So let's find. Okay, Lulu, you're sleeping here. I'm just going to move you slightly to the side. Okay, so we're going to place hands on the back of the chair, on the table, and you're going to bend your knees and walk back. So this is a variation of down facing dog, and this is a lovely stretch. So we're going to keep knees bent and stretch the hips back. Now looking at your feet. Feet parallel, hips width apart. Pregnant ladies, take your feet wider. Now we're going to think about the energy on the legs. Squeeze the legs. Push the hips back. You want to lengthen through your spine. Draw your tummy muscles in, creating fullness in the lower back. So if we don't want saggy back, we want to keep a little bit more fullness in the lower back. Lifting the back of the waistline up towards the ceiling. Okay, and if you can straighten the legs, go for it. But don't worry, you don't have to straighten the legs. If you can straighten the legs, moving the hips back still drawing the legs towards the midline, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Groins moving back, the hips moving back. Okay, breathe. Lovely stretch. Anytime when you feel tightness around the lower back, this is the lovely stretch. Just placing your hands somewhere on the worktop, on the table, the chair, and stretch back. Well done. Another deep breath before you come up. And then bend your knees a little forward. Okay. And we're going to walk in. Walk towards your chair or your table. Okay, and then come up standing. Okay, well done. So that was great. That was a lovely stretch. I love this stretch. Okay, so now move the blanket to the side. We just do a little bit more standing work. So space between your feet, hips width apart or wider. Okay, we're going to stretch to the sides. Stretch your arms upwards. Hold your right wrist with your left hand. Lengthen up and pull yourself to the left. Okay, lovely side stretch. Very important muscles to stretch, muscles which support in our back. Stretch the stretch and then come back. Relax your arms, take a deep breath, and then we change direction. Inhale, hold your left wrist, lengthen, pull yourself up and then to the right. Okay, press your both feet into the floor and stretch the stretch. Lovely side stretch. Deep breath. And then come back. Exhale, relax your arms and just roll your shoulders again. Relax. Great. We go a little bit more further. Inhale and stretch. Hold your right wrist. Lengthen, pull yourself up and then to the left. Well done. Maybe this is enough. You can stop here or bend your knees and then step back with your right foot. Right foot out, slightly back, away, and you're going to stretch a little bit more. So keep your knees bent. This is good for your balance. Tummy muscles engaged, and you stretch, stretch, stretch a little bit more. You feel that around your hip now as well. And then come back. Exhale, relax your arms. Relax your shoulders. Change inside. Inhale. Exhale, lift and pull yourself to the side. Okay, and again, if you feel okay, this is just appropriate, just enough. Stay here or bend your knees and step back. Step back and stretch a little bit more to the right. Knees bent. So this is the shape like you are a Bollywood dancer. Okay, stretch, stretch. And then come back. Inhale. Exhale and relax your arms and just roll your shoulders again. Soften, 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 loosen up. Okay, great. So I'm going to show you how to go gently into the squat, and I need to bring my chair. So just wait for a second. I'm going to bring my chair and I'll show you what to do. Okay. We go into the squat. So if you feel your lower back is very, very tight and you need assistance, so you're going to grab a chair. So you hold the chair and you're going to go this way. So just watch me for a second. So you hold in the chair, you feel nice and steady, and then you go into the squat. You take your knees wide apart, or you take your feet as wide as comfortably you can go. And when you go, so if you feel okay, this is just enough, I'm going to come back anytime. If you feel you need to come up on your tiptoes, that's also fine. So you come up on your tiptoes and you go into the squat. And you hold the chair, and you might want to stay here for a few breaths and then come back. And then you're going to stretch again back. So it's lovely after the squat to stretch the back of the knees this way. So if you don't need the chair, it looks like that. So you go the same. So you go into your squat, maybe you're here, maybe you want to stop here for some time and then come back. Okay, and we stretch the back of the legs. Okay, so what do we need? Do we need to hold the chair? Hold the chair. If you want to do it sideways or you want to face the chair. Okay, and let's do it together. So you take your feet wider than the hips, maybe as wide as your yoga mat, if that's appropriate. Okay, and you're going slow. Okay, let's hold the chair if you need. And you go slower into the squat, push the hips more back and your knees back. And you go, hold the chair if you need. If you don't need the chair, maybe just let go of the chair, stretch your arms forward. And if you can, bring your hands together with your elbows, take your knees wider apart, stop there for a moment and breathe. So this is where you again training your muscles to support your lower back and the hips. Thinking about the pelvic floor muscles, squeeze in and lift. Tummy muscles lifting, so you want to support your lower back and the hips. Okay, remember if you have to come up on your tiptoes, you can do it on your tiptoes, that's absolutely fine. If you feel this is what you need, keep holding the chair or keep balancing on the tiptoes. The chair is very useful. Okay, hold the chair if you need, maybe your feet flat, maybe you're here. Yogic squat, so whatever you need. So adjust to your practice with ease, steady. Anytime you need to come out of the squat, come up. So holding the chair perhaps and then come up. Okay. Take your time. Okay. Anytime you need to stop, please do stop, have a drink. Maybe you just want to sit down and watch the screen. It's also good. So please do adjust to your practice and don't make yourself very tired. Okay, so how are you doing with your squat? So if you're still in the squat, maybe this is the time when we come up. Okay, engaging your core muscles and then come up, strong legs. Okay, well done. So I'm going to move my chair to the side now. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to show you what to do next. So if you're very, very happy in the squat, you might feel like you want to sit from the squat. So it looks like that. So if you're very, very happy in the squat and you feel very comfortable, no tension or no pain in your lower back or the hips, you might want to hold the floor and then sit on the floor and then stretch your legs in front. Or if you feel this is not for you, please do sit in your fashion way. So if you're happy to follow me, if you're very happy in your squat and you're here, you feel very steady, maybe you hold the floor and then you sit on the floor and you stretch your legs in front and give your legs a little shake. So relax, relax, relax. And then find yourself a blanket or a block and sit on it. So I'm going to find my block. Okay, sit on the block and bring your feet together. So feet together. This is called Kanasana or the cobbler pose. We stretch a little bit more around the hips. And this is nice and easy stretch. So let's look at the feet. Feet touching. You have four corners of the feet. Which four corners? Big toe joint pant, inside of the heel, outside of the heel, and your little toe joint pant. So we have four corners here, and you're going to squeeze them against each other. So you squeeze, squeeze, squeeze those four corners. You allow your toes to be active. Just stretch your toes, and you hold your shins. Shin bones just above your ankle joints. Yes, squeeze in the feet. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze towards the midline. Engage your tummy muscles and let's lengthen from the base of the spine upwards. A little bit more length. And as you exhale, squeeze your tummy in and we're going to fold forward. Okay. Look at your feet. Squeeze your feet, toes active. Take your elbows wide and press your elbows into the legs. Legs into your elbows and keep stretching forward. Okay, stretching, stretching forward. Take a deep breath there, keep lengthening, squeeze your feet, squeeze, 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 extend and stretch forward. Relax your neck, neck is soft. Deep breathing. And then come back. Inhale, come back and relax your legs. Give your legs a little shake. Relax, relax, relax. Relax your legs. Great. And then again, bring your feet together. We do it once more. So lovely gentle stretch, and this is the stretch we use as a preparation for the next posture. So it's very important just to stretch a little bit more before going into the pigeon stretch. So let's again, squeeze the feet. You have four corners of the feet, toes active, hold your shins, inhale, you lengthen, exhale, draw your core muscles in, and you fold forward. And it doesn't matter how far you go. Take your elbows wide, press your elbows into your legs, legs into your elbows. You feel the engagement of the inner thighs. So you want to work the inner thighs, strong muscles, and stretch forward. Stretch, stretch, stretch. So direction here at the pelvis, when your thigh bones moving back and wider apart. So remember this cow stretch? I want to show you again the cow stretch, the shape. So this is what we did. We moved the thigh bones back and we created more space between the sitting bones. So this is the same principle. So we're squeezing the feet and the shins in, and the thigh bones moving back, creating more space to release the lower back, to release the back of the pelvis. Work your feet. So all the energy starts from your big toes. Squeeze your feet, thigh bones back and wider apart. So creating that spiral energy to open the space. Well done. On your next inhale, come back. Exhale and relax your legs and just give your legs a little shake. Relax and sit and watch me. So what you do, you're going to sit like that. Leisurely, you tip the pelvis forward, you lift your chest, relax your legs and watch the screen. So I want to show you the pigeon stretch. The pigeon stretch is a great stretch for the lower back, the hips, and if you suffer with sciatica nerve, this is also a very good recommended stretch for you to release the symptoms. Very nice, especially very nice for pregnant ladies. if you're doing yoga with me today. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to look at the hands and we're going to slide one foot, or actually one knee to the hand, and we're going to take foot to the other side. So this is the foot just in front of your other knee. And the foot is flat. This is one option, especially good for beginners, or if you're not sure what to do, foot flat is great. So if you feel more flexible and your knee joint is fine, your hip is fine, then you move your foot forward. And then you have to flex your foot, just what we did previously in the previous posture in Kanasana, and you have your toes active, the outside of the foot on the floor, and then we're going to repeat the cow stretch. And then a cat stretch. And as you do the cat stretch, you're going to check space for the back knee to move back, and you go lower. And maybe go on your elbows. And maybe this is just enough. This is a great somewhere between, variation between. So you can stop here and breathe. Or again, doing subtle movement of the cow stretch and then the cat stretch. Checking again space to go lower. And maybe you can stretch your arms and you bring your forehead on the floor or on your hands or on your fists, or come back again on your elbows, or maybe come back on your hands if you need, and just stop here and enjoy the stretch. Okay. So let's do it together. Come on your all fours. Okay. And you're looking at your hands. We're going to do right leg, right knee, sliding towards to your right hand, and you take your right foot to the left, just in front of your left knee. Okay, let's move back knee now, back with ease as far as you can. Yeah, and if you can move your right foot forward, please do. And then you flex your foot. Check with your knee. Is that okay with your knee? If you can move your foot forward. Just don't worry to do everything. Adjust to your practice. And we're going to do the cow stretch. Chest lifted, tailbone lifted. Now, like in the cat stretch, tailbone between the sitting bones, tummy in. And we're going to take back knee back with ease as far as you can. Go lower. You're on the back leg, your toes active, your toes under. Squeeze the legs. Go on your elbows. Take a moment. I want you to squeeze the hips. So the hips join towards the middle of the pelvis. Very steady, strong hips. And again, doing the cow stretch. Chest lifted, tailbone lifted. Exhale. Tailbone between the sitting bones, tummy in, and again checking space again for the back knee to move back. Maybe you can straighten your arms, forehead on the floor or on your hands, or maybe you need to come back on your elbows, and that's okay. Come back on your elbows and just take a moment here. Take a deep breath. I want you to check the hips again. Squeeze the hips towards the midline. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Deep breathing. Remember, you don't have to do everything. Adjusting to your practice. Trying not to make yourself tired. Just nice and easy stretches. Come back on your elbows if you need. Or maybe you need to come back on your hands. That's also good. Hips working. Squeeze the hips in. Back leg join towards the midline. Well done. And now inhale, lift your head, slide your hands closer to your front knee. Okay, and we're going to step back to down facing dog. Or do you need to come on your all fours first? Come on your all fours and then down facing dog if it's appropriate. Maybe you can come up to down facing dog, give it a good stretch, spot walk, bend your right knee, then the left. Love the stretch for your hamstrings. Okay, one knee, another knee. Push the hips as high as you can up towards the ceiling. If this is appropriate, don't worry, you can do cow and stretch and a cat stretch instead of down facing dog. This is also good. Well done. And then come back on your all fours. We're going to change side. So let's draw left knee now to your left hand. And your foot just in front of your right knee. And keeping your foot this way, flat, that's fine. Or maybe you can move your foot forward. Then I want you to flex your foot. Keep your toes active. Okay, we're doing the cow stretch. Sorry. The cow stretch. Inhale, look up. And as you exhale, tailbone between the sitting bones. Exaggerate your cat stretch. See if you can move your back knee back with ease. And then go on your elbows. Take a moment here. I want you to squeeze the hips again. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your hips. Back leg is working. Turn your toes under on your back foot and draw that right leg closer to your midline. And again, inhale, look up. The cow stretch. Exhale. Tailbone between the sitting bones, engaging your core muscles, and maybe moving a little lower. Can you stretch your arms? Maybe you can. Forehead on the floor, or on your hands if you need more space, or even on your fists, or come back on your elbows. Come back on your hands if you need more space. Deep breath. It doesn't matter how far you go. Okay, I'm going on my elbows. This is my favorite option. Squeeze the hips, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Core muscles working, supporting the lower back and supporting your pelvis. Breathe in deeply. Soften between your shoulder blades. Relax your neck so you can keep your breath deep and flowing. Well done. On your next inhale, lift your head. Okay, slide your hands to your front knee. What do you want to do? Do you want to come up on all fours and then to down facing dog, or you can just push back to down facing dog straight away? Okay, come up to down facing dog if that's okay, and then again sport walk a few times. Bend the right knee, then the left. Hips lifting high as you can, up towards the ceiling. Okay, stretching gently. Lovely gentle stretch for the back of the legs. The back is long, squeeze your shoulders. Well done. And then come back on your all fours and we sit into the child pose. Big toes touching, knees wide to the edges of your mat, or just wider than the hips, and again sitting back as far as you can. Forehead is on the floor, or on your hands, or on your fists if you need more space. And relax there. Relax your breath. Breath is deep and flowing. Maybe you're on your hands, or you're just stretching your arms. Forehead is on the floor. Breathe into the lower back. So imagine that you can breathe into the base of the spine, into the lower back. And as you exhale, letting go of all the unnecessary tension. And again, inhaling into the base of the spine. And as you exhale, letting go of all the unnecessary tension. On your next inhale, lift your head, slide your hands closer to your knees. Okay, and swing your legs to the front and sit comfortably again, just again like so. Stretch your legs, lean back, you tip the pelvis forward, and just relax your legs and sit and watch me. I give you lots of options for the next posture. So what I want you to try next, lie down and make yourself very comfortable. Have a passive stretch for the hips and the lower back. And just listen to my relaxation, my guided relaxation. So options here. So if you have a bolster, that would be great. So one more option, this is my favorite option. And this is the option for pregnant ladies. So creating this little structure with the block or cushions if you don't have a block at home. Okay, so you're going to create this structure when your head is much higher and your shoulders much higher than your hips. So this is one option, watch me. So we have, this is for your back, then for the hips, you will need a couple of cushions. Or maybe you have blocks or I don't know, blankets, just roll the blankets. And this is one variation, need more space. So this is what you do. You're going to sit next to the bolster, space here for your lower back. You're going to lie down and these cushions go under your thighs. So you want to support yourself and then you relax. So this is so nice and relaxing here. Relax your shoulders. You have lovely passive stretch to open your chest. You have lovely stretch, supported stretch for the hips with the cushions, with the blocks, or just roll the blankets here and you relax. So this is one option, using the bolster. If you don't have a bolster at home, so I suggest just take a blanket and roll it. Make it like a bolster. And then you have to have extra cushion here. So grab all the cushions from the sofa and make yourself a lovely structure here to relax. Or you can just relax on the floor if you want to do this option. So you have, again, cushions, or this is the bricks for your thighs, and you just lie down like so and relax. Cover yourself with the blanket, that would be very nice for you. And relax. So I give you a little time to create all these structures. Find the cushions, find the blocks. I show you what to do with these blocks instead of the cushions if you want to use yoga blocks. Okay, so this is all the same. So I'm going to lie down either on the blanket, on the bolster, and you place here to supporting your shins, your thighs, and you relax. So lovely passive stretch. Cover yourself as well. Or maybe put your socks on, your jumpers on, and relax. Okay, so make yourself comfortable. Okay, create all the structure you need. Okay, I'm going to bring Lulu here. Lulu, come with me, otherwise you can move my microphone. Okay, good girl. And you sit there. Lovely. Okay, so, and I will be sitting for you. You lay down, relax, make yourself very comfortable. Okay, and remember that you can stretch your legs anytime you need to. You don't have to keep your knees wide apart. Anytime you feel, okay, this is just enough, stretch from my hips, I want to relax my legs, relax. Okay, I will be sitting for you and guiding you through relaxation. Okay, so when you're ready, close your eyes and bring your awareness inwards. Just notice how you feel in your whole body. Smile to relax your facial muscles. Leave the beginning of the smile on your face. Feel your forehead becoming wider and smoother. Relax your scalp. Relax your ears, the skin beneath your ears. And relax your breathing. Slow down your breath. With each breath, becoming softer and more relaxed. Finding your own way to the still, calm center of your being, to a place of wholeness, completeness, and integrity. Slow down. Notice all the grounding points where your body touching the floor, and establish in your mind that it feels safe and secure, knowing that you're being supported by Mother Earth. Acknowledge that you're part of the great universe. Only one little spark maybe, but nevertheless, one part of the big plan of life. Important, necessary, because you're part of the whole creation, within it, not outside of it. And you're not alone. The rest of life is needing you just as much as you are needing it. And this binding together, this needing, sharing, caring, makes you feel secure and protecting. Enjoy your breath. slow down. Sometimes we need to slow down to become more sensitive to how we feel and think. We might get thrown off center by life's challenges, and when we do, we find our way back again and again to this place of wholeness, completeness, and integrity. Now, as your relaxation and short meditation comes to the end, bring your awareness back to your surroundings, back to the room you are in, to your friends, to your family, to your pets next to you, and deepen your breath. Extend your inhalations, exhalations, reawakening the energy in your body. And then wriggle your toes and your fingers. Slide your legs together, arms by the side of your body. And then stretch your arms over the head. Flex your feet and stretch away from the waistline. Stretch, stretch. Okay, when you feel sufficiently stretched, just bend your knees and carefully roll over to your right hand side. So if you're still on the bolster, roll over to your right hand side carefully. And then sit comfortably. Just sit comfortably for a moment. We're going to close our yoga session. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And then slightly lean back just to feel strong support of your back muscles. Support, steadiness of the universe. Reflect your practice. Reflect your intention of the practice. Notice how you feel. Enjoy extra strength, flexibility, and clarity of mind. Wishing yourself health, happiness, and freedom from suffering. We finish with one gentle Om. Exhale first. Inhale. Om. Bow your head to your heart, to the light within you, and open your eyes. Well done, everyone. Thank you very much. Namaste. And have a lovely day, whatever you do.